Was a majority party in parliament. ODM began pushing for the leader of majority seat, but a warning from the National Intelligence Service stated that granting this position could empower the opposition party to pursue the president's impeachment. As a result, President William Ruto strategically backed down and opted to offer other key committee positions instead. I'll juxtapose it with the appointment of PSs that is on the front page of the Daily Nation, and now because the president was forced to expand the number of state departments to include 7 more without necessarily letting go of anyone. This is what one of the concerns that the Mount Kenya leaders had said, that accommodating Raila Odinga in government was going to cost the region some number of seats, especially when it comes to PSs. That must have been a direct result of some of these warnings from NIS. The president is definitely right and has the proper information on what some of his key decisions would mean for the entire country. Bwana Poghisio. At least politically.
Thank you. First of all, the Standard, as you know, and the Standard Group have been victims of this kind of headlines that they give. They have been very hot headlines. This is true, that they have actually said that. The advice from NIS has said that. But I think that the advice probably came a bit late in the day. Because already the mistakes that we are seeing being done or being made here is now trying to deal with it post facto, after already the handshake and after changes in government to allow for more new people to come in. And so the only way you can do is to take the expensive route of creating more state departments. And I think that's very expensive on the economy. But that's the only way you could solve it at this moment, because you don't want really to rattle or to shake up the system too much. Already the changes are going to be made. And I think when we saw that list of 7 new ones, speculations are rife that there's going to be another list. So let's not speak too soon about what has happened. There's going to be another shake-up. There'll be another reshuffle. It may affect PSS again, and then also affect maybe cabinet secretaries and many others, ambassadors, because there are certain things that you cannot create. You cannot create new embassies at this point. Maybe you can create them. But the truth is, there'll be some people who are going to be changed because of the nature of the fulfillment of this handshake, the details of which we don't have. There is, however, a bigger thing that's going to come, which is, as agreed, and these people, my friends here, can tell us, the NADCO report, very important. The NADCO report is supposed to be implemented to some extent to create more offices. So it's going to be very, under this economy, it's going to be a very expensive move for us to be able to settle things down in this country politically. So yeah, I mean, I can see that it's going to be a bit difficult for us as a country. Let's brace ourselves for these kind of changes. It is a political move. The aim is 2027. Anything that can cool things down and also deliver 2027 seems to be the object of all these things. And sometimes we may see even development shifting in one particular direction and shifting from other places, because you want to put together a block for votes. So we will not be surprised if development shifts. We've already seen from the guys in Machakos, an event which was designed for Machakos has already moved. Mm-hmm. That was development. That was an opportunity for Machakos. It's already moved to go to the favorite places, which are now the new favorite places. So a lot of things could move like that, which is again going to bring drive a wedge between certain regions with the center. So the president is going to be having to crack his mind. The president is going to have sleepless nights, because you lose this, you try to gain that, and this Kenyans have become one in one aspect. Social media and the Gen Zs, you can't split them. You can't. You can try and say the Gen Zs from my favorite region. No, Gen Zs have decided they're just one tribe in this country. So it's going to be very difficult for a president to try and gather the Gen Zs. The only thing is, how do we build the peace in this country so that we can run elections and be peaceful at the same time?
Okay.
I did not like the sight of our young friend Salasya being stripped and beaten. And he's a leader in this country. It doesn't matter what he said. But if that's going to be the way we're going to push for ourselves things, then people are going to be afraid to speak and speak their mind. So we have issues that require the president to say, I need to be the president for all people, for all areas, and not for the areas that I favor. For him to at least do the last 3 years of his of leadership before the next elections. So I do hope the president goes with that kind of mindset. I want to be the president for all, whether they like me or not. I'm going to have to serve these people.
Right.
And that will help.
It is definitely a very delicate balancing act for the president. And if we may go by this headline, Bona Mutunga, on the front page of the Standard, saying that the NIS has already